All right, so today we'll be talking a little bit about career development here at Fresh Consulting. I think we've all had some different experiences on that path here, and so my name's Kurt Daniels. I'm a project manager.
My name is Elisha Tarala. I'm a developer here.
And I'm Johnny Rodriguez, and I'm a designer developer here.
Cool. So Elijah, you tell me a little bit about your story. I think Elijah's got a pretty awesome story.
It's the most drastic one I've seen.
Drastic one, yeah. Well,
I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, so I majored in the business degree, entrepreneurship concentration, and then, okay, now what do I do with my job? Because I don't come with like a hard skill, right?
Sure.
So I kind of did the internship at Fresh a little bit, more like a contract work to see, help out on some little project here and there, doing some business consulting, and that's how Jeff saw me potential and like, okay, we can hire Elisha as a consultant. And then I also knew a little bit of development, like as I was doing some hobby projects, so like I can kind of help. Like I'm not gonna be a developer, but I can kind of.
You had a little insight, so you're like, I can do that maybe.
Yeah.
Did you have the purpose of becoming a developer, or were you kind of like testing the waters a bit?
Yeah, kind of testing water and like, well, I'll probably be business consultant, right? In my life, and then, but like when we started, when I joined, it's like only like 5 people, and I had to wear many hats. So I had to do design and print, production and all that stuff, and part of it was helping to update contents of WordPress, like a little bit of like CSS, a little bit of contents, because we have a team in like Asia too, where they were doing major developments, and then I was just kind of helping out, because we don't want to wait till the time changes to next day.
Right.
But I was doing that more and more, and then like, okay, I think I can help out more and more. And eventually, like I started to create a whole WordPress website from scratch.
Yeah.
And like I learned a lot from like Steve and Nuria, who was sitting in the same room, because they were already experienced developers. So that's a high learn there. And then from there, I created probably 60 or 70 WordPress sites at Fresh.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you think about it, and it's kind of like that's kind of the core of Fresh Consulting is that collaboration, right, between the business side, the development side, and the design side.
Yeah.
So you were able to benefit from that.
Right. Because Jeff cares a lot about design, experience, and Steve, of course, cares a lot about development. And like, okay, I was sitting with them in the same room every day, and I learned a lot.
Yeah. So would you say that like the environment of Fresh, the people you work with, projects, and opportunities contributed to where you kind of, if you fast forward to where you are now, where it's gotten you?
Yeah, I think it was more originally chaotic. I'm doing so many things. I don't know where I'm going, but eventually, like, I think I was able to find a path. And, I will tell Jeff, hey, this is where I want to go. And then he'll be like, okay, let's push you to, grow in this area.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that with my time here. I mean, my background actually came from like a video background. I did more production and managing studios. So, video work can be related to project management because you're managing these videos to an end date. And so it's very much so related, but I didn't have like industry experience.
Right, like web knowledge.
And web knowledge to the work that we do here. And, Jeff saw those potentials in me and Steve and, starting out, Richard, all, the whole leadership team, they really do care and want to see people continue to grow. Right. Like I know, just being in meetings recently with, new hires and stuff as well, like really care and want to see people develop. So I'm sure like you expressing that opinion and your desire to learn more development and do that, they wanted to see that.
That's a big thing though, right? Is to express that interest of wanting to grow or interest in new development,
right?
So, like languages or types of projects and stuff, and you get that opportunity. I mean, coming from the video background, didn't you recently have an opportunity to do video stuff?
Oh yeah, actually, yeah.
I was gonna say it's like you're doing PM stuff.
Yeah, I'm a project manager, but we just had a client project where they were like, hey, we need to get some B-roll and some footage to go on top of this video that needs to be displayed on the website that we're delivering. And I was like, well, let me help, and so I was able to work with the team and, assist with just the B-roll side. And I actually wasn't the project manager of this website development project.
Oh, okay.
But I was just kind of brought in because I had that skill set, and I think that we do that a lot here at Fresh. We look,
I totally
and
agree.
it's not one person just has one skill set. We're able to kind of add value where we can.
And I think that happens a lot. We have some specialized people, and that's always great. I think I'm of that same kind of background where it's like I came in from a background of like running a couple businesses, doing a lot of like WordPress development, doing a lot of design. I cared about business type things. I was an entrepreneurial kind of person, and I was really excited about like this kind of opportunity because I knew that there were people that had come in and had expressed interest and worked hard to have a lot of opportunities. So like you're saying, you're a PM, taking on some video work. I came in doing like, I had done some motion graphics and do some design.
Right.
So I came in and was able to immediately help with UI UX projects. I did a motion project for a big client.
Yeah.
Got into development and have been like drastically improved there with the help of, again, like who you sit by and collaboration meetings, developer meetings, and it's just like there's just so many things in place that help you develop to do that. And so that's always just been something that I've really loved.
It's fast paced, and you learn a ton on the projects that we're doing. I think that's, being a project manager and leading some of the project managers and the team when they're just getting onboarded. That's kind of a part of my responsibility now, is just helping with getting people onboarded. That's something that is an unknown. It's kind of like, well, hey, when I'm learning, if I don't know something 100%, how do I clock my time? Is that knowledge development, or is that a part of the project? And the amazing thing is just like at Fresh on project work, we are learning so much. And so there's so much opportunity to advance our skill sets and learn more and become and progress with that career.
Right. It's hard to have like a, expectation. Okay, 3 months from now, I might be doing like something completely different than what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because it's constant learning, and depending on what projects we get, because we get a lot of projects, different opportunity, different things to work on.
Right.
And not like same thing over years and years, and you feel like you just hit the wall of like learning opportunity. And the reason I'm staying here like for 6 years is not because like I like doing the same thing every day, because I'm doing a completely different thing from when I joined.
Totally agree.
Right. and Fresh realizes that. I think we collectively, as leads and other people in management and leadership of the company, they know that, right? Mm-hmm. They want us to be able to advance our skills, and they also care enough to help us accomplish that by like investing in us with certificates, project management wise, getting different certificates to kind of beef up the resume and get more particular skills and training. Same with development, different
Word camp and stuff like that.
The conferences we go to, and subscription to like a video tutorials online.
Yeah. That's awesome.
A lot of resources.
Resources, we try to do that and try to go to meetups locally, and we're trying to host one too.
Yeah.
And how's that going for the design team?
Yeah, the design team does a lot of similar things too. We just got into the habit of starting to do some designer meetings as well. Developers, ever since I've been at Fresh, it's like Wednesday we have our developer meetings during lunch, things like that. So now designers we're getting a little bit more organized of like, hey, let's start thinking about what kinds of camps we want to go to, what type of events and things like that. Also, it's interesting, just like the dynamic between the different designers. We have some that are just strictly designers that are learning some UI UX, and then we have some really strong UI UX or like art director, creative director type roles that have more experience, and then we have some of this hybrid of like dev designers. And so it's been really cool to kind of help bridge the gap there a little bit between designers and developers and do that. And so Fresh has always been good at that. Like even when you go and do your like annual reviews and things like that, there's always like, what kinds of things are you wanting to do? And then, Kurt's done a good job of that. Elisha's done a good job of meeting with me when I was early at Fresh, of being like, what kinds of things do you want to be doing? And then it's like, let's try to find opportunities for you to be able to try those things, to learn those things, to get experience in those types of things. And that's just always has opened up the doors for just continually learning and progressing.
So from a very small beginning, I would almost consider Fresh still kind of a startup-y feel
like
and
a developed
vibe.
startup,
It's definitely more established, but with that growth, as the company grows, there's just so much opportunity for us as employees to grow too, which is, I think, a huge add.
Yeah, and even after 6 years staying here, like I still see my future of like, okay, I can still grow here. I can still keep going, and there's more opportunity that I can pursue. And it's not about changing career to, get different kind of experience or, seniority. It's just I can stay here.
Yeah, do a lot.
And get that going,
Go fresh.
Yeah, go fresh, yeah. Yeah, and I think any of us or any other people here are probably available to kind of help mentor the process of like, what can I do in my career? And like just talk to one of the, leadership teams here.
Yeah.